Hello and welcome to the Star Citizen Weekly Review, taking a digestible look at what's been happening with Star Citizen for the week ending the 20th of December. From official sources. In 10 for the Chairman, episode 72, Chris Roberts answered a variety of questions. In regards to cheating, they plan to counter and crack down on cheating as best they can, but it's early days yet. There will be server-side cheat prevention methods though. NPC ranks. NPCs will have skill levels and traits for piloting, gunnery and repair, etc. All of their skills will be numbered somehow to work out how good they are at them. They will have levels and will get more experienced as they perform more and more actions. Though we might not actually get to see their meta stats in game, we will be given some form of rough indication of at least their rank or maybe how good they are. In regards to tracking ships by their thruster trails, it's not in their current plan, but longer term they may include the ability to determine where a ship has travelled from and to via their quantum drive and what kind of ship it was by scanning the area for like IR radiation or their engine trails. Non-lethal combat modules, it will be possible to add non-lethal combat modules to a variety of different ships. The EMP that's on the Warlock is specific to the Warlock, but there will be other EMP weapons available for other ships. You'll be able to raid and destroy supply lines and logistics ships specifically for the purposes of damaging supply to a planet or an organisation or a faction you don't like. Owning alien ships, there isn't really a system for enemies thinking that you're one of them just because you have one of their ships. It's possible that some might be slightly more friendly to you. Jean don't fire on sight on humans anyway normally. Vandal probably would know that you aren't one of them even if you're flying a scythe, though it may be possible to get one rigged to spoof a particular Vandal clan for some reasons. In regards to smuggling, you will be able to make hidden compartments in your ship to hide stuff. The intention is to allow you to install false bottoms and caches on your ship in places where people wouldn't think to look. So there needs to be some form of system where you can literally go, I want to put the cache here. Smuggling will get added after some of the other gaming mechanics at the moment. Catapulting through space. There won't, at least at the moment, allow gravity to catapult you in space, like flying around planets to gain speed, that sort of stuff, but it will affect your flight model in some way. The effect of gravity will be felt more the closer you are to something that generates it, like a planet or a landing pad. There will be missions and jump points in the future that will test a pilot's true skill. Really, really dangerous jump points will be incredibly hard to navigate. Testing the PTU, there are costs to transmitting the amount of data they do to so many players during the testing phases of the game. So when they're loading out those patches on the PTU constantly, it costs them a lot of bandwidth. They use Amazon AWS. The upside is that they get a lot fixed and tested during those PTU builds. The final PTU build of 2.0 was apparently 100 times more stable than the first one they released. There will be some more automated crash reporting software built into the PTU and Star Citizen in general in the future. We had a holiday live stream from CIG2, which lasted 3 hours and had a variety of different releases and information given. The person that pushed us over the 100 million crowdfunding mark has been given a prize of lifetime subscription, a Jump Point Volume 2, and a captured Vandal Scythe. There's also a piece of hanger flair for everyone that joined before 100 million in crowdfunding was reached, a UEE war bond with the year displayed on the flare based on the year that you backed originally. There will be a letter from the chairman, from Chris Roberts, going out shortly to commemorate the $100 million mark. There was information given out on a variety of different ships. The Starfarer is going to be their first large non-combat ship that will be flight ready. It's going to be the class leader for MISC, and it's going to define basically the look of the rest of the MISC ship line. The Starfarer is absolutely massive. The guns on it will be a strong punch, but they're not going to be able to survive onslaughts. There's 4 stations in the cockpit. There's 6 escape pods behind the bridge with gear as well. The Freelancer was also shown and has since been released on the PTU. The Reliant has also been shown quite heavily, although it's more of an internal texturing that we got to saw there. 3 new variants went on concept sale for the Reliant. The Newsvan variant called the Mako, which is a basically broadcasting, tagging and tracking ship, mainly targeted at streamers and video makers, and that's for $85. The Sen Researcher Vessel, which is a light exploration science vessel, for $75. And the Tanner Skirmisher, the combat variant, with lots of missiles, extra gun mounts, weapons racks inside, and that's for $65. Those variants will be on sale with lifetime insurance until the 28th of December. Other ships are on sale too. There was another allotment of 200 Javelins and 120 Idris Ps that were sold, but have since obviously sold out, as they sell out almost immediately. The Sabre and the Freelancer Miss are also on sale until the 28th. Chris Roberts entertained a variety of questions during the show. There will be wildlife on planets. The asteroid hangar represents a starting zone, maybe in Levski. And Chris will be doing some of his own motion capture for inclusion in Squadron 42. He normally appears in his games somewhere. With VR integration, it's complicated because they have modded their engine a lot, but it will be coming. They will have VR integration. The Constellation is Chris Roberts' favourite ship. There will be personal EVA gear, which will be dependent and customizable based on your character and what other armor you've got and all that sort of jazz. The new item rollout is expected in early 2016 for ships. So this is the new item system that will change like the shields and the engines and all that sort of jazz internally in your ships. There will be terrifying space creatures in the game. The Starfarer should be available early next year in the hangar. The new Corvette is going to be made after the Prowler's finished. The Idris might be able to land in some landing locations on planets. They may revisit some of the next great Starship ships and bring them into the game in the future. All the servers are currently in North America for Star Citizen, but that the cloud allows them to deploy instances wherever they want in the world, basically. The matchmaking and party system won't be fixed for 2.1, but we will have it as soon as possible. They do realise that that's important. In Squadron 42, Episode 1, it is treated as a AAA game, that first episode, and all the other episodes they do with it, all the other chapters, they will be their own AAA single-player games. We found out some more information about John Rhys Davies' character, Randall Graves. He's the head of security at the Shubin Corp. He served with Oldman in Squadron 118, and he had to compromise to take his job. He's now looking for redemption. He's a big, jovial character that you will be fighting with at several points during the campaign. I say with, like as a wingman or in your party, rather than actually fighting against. In regards to Squadron 42 and how it crosses over with the Persistent Universe, relationships that you have from Squadron 42 will carry across into the Persistent Universe. Things will be unlocked in the Persistent Universe due to your choices in Squadron 42. You'll have to find out if any of the main characters can die in Squadron 42, though. That's something that they don't want to spoil. There will be loads of great audio, scripted and dynamic missions in the PU. When you ask your wingman to do things, they might not necessarily decide to do that. It depends on your relationship with them or how mad what you've asked them is to do. You'll get medals and promotions in Squadron 42, and there will be much, much more freedom than there would be in the Wing Commander series, for example. The narrative story is the main thrust, though. You will get to fly Vandal ships in Squadron 42, but not in Chapter 1. The Pegasus carrier won't be in Chapter 1. Characters in Squadron 42 can multi-crew your ships as well, obviously in the single player. The Vandal and other alien languages will be ready for the game's release, and they're obviously real languages, quote unquote. Some characters from Squadron 42 will exist in the Persistent Universe, like Parker Terrell. They unveiled some new referral rewards. So at 25 referrals now, you can get the AC Racing package, which permanently unlocks the 350R, the M50, and the Mustang Gamma for use in 2.0's Crusader, as well as Arena Commander in general. It also gives you 15,000 UEC. So those ships, they're available basically not in the full game. They're available for Arena Commander, for the digital game. Arena Commander will exist in verse, even when when the game is released, but they're not actual ships that you own, if you see what I mean. They're game ships. And again, for 42 referrals, you'll get the AC Combat Package, which will give you access to the Cutlass Black, Hornet, Avenger, and Aurora LN, again in Crusader, but also in Arena Commander, as well as 30,000 UEC. At the end of the stream, we also got to see something what I would refer to as amazing. It's the first iteration of their procedurally generated worlds. So we get to see a planetoid, which is basically the Delmar, which will be the Nyx landing zone. It's a large asteroid with an atmosphere, and a Cutlass flies into the atmosphere, and it's all procedurally generated atmosphere, procedurally generated planet. I think it looks amazing. It's going to be a seamless experience, and it is one of the best technology breakthroughs I've seen in the last 5 years, 10 years maybe. It's amazing. I'm incredibly impressed. On the Reverse the Verse live stream from December 18th, we were given a few little other news nuggets. The cargo system will be coming soon for Star Citizen, and there will be some missions around it. Also, patch 2.1 was released to the PTU. This adds a load of extra things. The Sabre is hangar ready. The Freelancer has been remade and is flight ready and hangar ready. There's loads and loads of bug fixes with CPU optimization as well. They're adding more cores to the servers, which means that basically there's better hardware, or at least more hardware behind each server instance. We've got physicalized EVA, which combines animations and awesome ragdolls to make flying and zero gravity a lot more fun, but also realistic. The PTU patch is in the hands of the first few testers, and more invites will get rolled out during the week. The Unmelt or Pledge Buyback tool also came out. This allows you to unmelt or basically rebuy old pledges, as long as they don't have physical content within them, and they aren't from limited super special sales, so if they did some form of limited promotion. At the moment, you can't rebuy with store credit, though that will be getting added in the future. Very soon, I'm assuming, but they have to get Turbulent to add that feature. It's available now to use in the My Hangar section of the RSI website. In other news, the Star Citizen HOTAS and keyboard pre-orders have been pushed back to be able to pre-order them in January 2016. There was some issues due to confusion with shipping. They're not sure what countries they're going to be able to ship to, but they want to be able to ship to all of them, so they're getting that sorted out at the moment. There are some events in 2016 which have been confirmed. The next major CIG live stream is on the 21st of January. CitizenCon will be in Los Angeles in 2016, and Star Citizen will be at Gamescom in Germany between August 17th to August 21st. On the 1st of January, the Euro's being changed in the RSI store to bring it more in line with other rates, so it's worth purchasing before then if you're going to be purchasing in euros. There is another sale on the 25th to 28th of December. This will have access to a variety of the limited edition ships, so that you'll be able to purchase them before that euro change. And in 2016, you'll have to purchase Squadron 42 separately from Star Citizen packages, so it's worth grabbing a package now if you haven't already. Anyway, apologies for the sound of my voice. I've got the tail end of flu, and I feel horrid. That's it from the weekly review this week. Merry Christmas, guys. Happy New Year, although there probably will be another weekly review before the year's out. I will see you in the verse. You take care. Have a great Christmas. And thank you so much to all our viewers and Patreons for helping us make these videos. You're all absolutely legendary. Thank you so much.